The Propeller Clock. Definición. Es una línea de matriz LED escaneada mecánicamente para emitir luz mediante diodos. Esta gira a una alta velocidad para generar una pantalla circular, dándole ilusión de números u objetos que van a flotar en el aire. Utiliza solamente componentes electrónicos relativamente baratos y un motor de reciclado de VCR o unidad de disquete. La persistencia de la visión. La persistencia de las obras de visión se debe a que el ojo humano y el cerebro solo pueden procesar de 10 a 12 imágenes por segundo de manera separada. Retienen una imagen de 1 hasta 15 segundos de tiempo, suficiente para de esta manera formar una sola imagen completa. Cuando se mira a través de una estrecha ranura, se puede ver solamente una tira delgada de lo que está alrededor de nosotros. Pero si se mueve si la ranura se mueve con rapidez, el ojo y el cerebro combinan estas tiras delgadas que están en ella para hacer una sola imagen cualquiera. Si hay una imagen posterior que va a sustituir este periodo de imagen que estamos viendo, se va a crear una ilusión de continuidad. Materiales. Es necesario un tablero nano, una baquetita, resistencias, un sensor NIGAT, una batería de 3 a 12 voltios, luces LED, soldaduras y un cable macro USB. Y si es necesario, un control para monitorear la velocidad del objeto que está en movimiento. Aplicaciones. El proyecto de Propeller Clock va a aprovechar el fenómeno de la persistencia de la visión, lo que significa que si algo aparece en el mismo lugar consistente, alrededor de 50 a 60 veces por segundo, nuestro cerebro va a pensar que está ahí de una manera permanente cuando no lo está. Básicamente es un escaneo mecánico que muestra en formato digital, a partir de chatarra, lo que suele estar tratando de armarse mediante las luces, con piezas que están siendo reutilizadas. En cuanto al mantenimiento y la reparación de la pantalla, esta es tan fácil que cualquiera que tenga conocimientos electrónicos podrá realizarla. Y toda la sincronización de este proyecto es solamente con un software y códigos. Conclusión. Esto se va a utilizar para crear una pantalla virtual clara y detallada usando solamente luces LED. También se utiliza en lo que tiene que ver con dibujos animados y funciona para cosas modernas como figuras de hologramas que existen actualmente.
Sometimes it takes a couple of taps before it does anything. I'm not quite sure what that's about. I don't know if it's something to do with the connectivity. I've tried to licking my finger and things to see if that makes any difference. And then other times it just works fine every time. So I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, here's the third one that I got. And there you go. That's a little bit more familiar. Now, the third design, the R2D2, isn't perhaps as impressive a 3D effect as the other two because of the way that it's constructed. It's quite a noticeable and interesting design, but it doesn't have that kind of pop-out 3D effect. It's all to do with the way these things have been drawn, of course. If you look on eBay, there's some examples of different 3D designs. You can tell that some of them will work really well. And then there's other ones where you look at the picture and you think, hold on a minute, that doesn't look 3D at all. Now, maybe they're not trying to be 3D, but there's a couple of things to look out for, I think. Look for ones with lots of lines on them. For example, this Yoda is very basic. It just looks like a piece of acrylic plastic with Yoda on it, which is what it is, of course. And this one of Deadpool is pretty similar as well. I think it's important where the lines go as well. Notice how the acrylic on some of these goes up to the arms. On Patrick here, you can see the triangle of the acrylic. It looks like he's got two little walking sticks there. So you really want acrylic designs that kind of follow the shape of the object as well, rather than having the object in the middle of it. So when you're looking through, you'll get a much better effect if you get one where the shape of the acrylic is also the shape of the object that it's representing. Right, let's change gears a little bit and have a look inside this because I've got a little bit of concerns about that USB socket. I can imagine somebody trying to put their USB plug in the wrong way up and maybe snapping it off. So let's have a look inside, see how it's all constructed. So we've got the 3 screws to remove, which are hidden under those 3 pads on the base. Once we've got those out, we can remove the bottom of the case, and there's not much to see in here. We've got a little circuit at the bottom, which is behind that switch, and then the rest of it at the top is hidden. So we need to remove these 3 screws here. On the other side of there, well, there's really, again, not much to see. We've just got 8 colour changing LEDs, a little chip in the middle there and a bit of circuitry. Not much I can say about it. It's a very simple setup. That USB socket is on the circuit board though, it's not separate, so I don't think it's likely to get pushed inside the case. It does seem a little bit better constructed than I first thought, but yeah, very little to this at all. The base has a weight on it, and of course that's to prevent the thing from moving around, to give it a little bit of stability, but that's pretty much all I've got to say about the insides of this. A very simple device, so I'll just put the screws back in and put it all back together again. So there you go, that is the tat du jour, the colour-changing 3D lamp. This came from a suggestion from a chap on Twitter, Matt, who linked me to a place in the US that was selling these, but I found I could get them a lot quicker and cheaper if I just ordered them from somewhere in the UK. Whether they're the same quality or not, of course, I don't know. I did order the US one, but it's still in the post at the moment.